Welcome to our channel featuring stories of children who have overcome challenges, made a difference, and demonstrated extraordinary courage and determination. This story is about overcoming adversity.
The story of Iqbal Masih, a brave boy who fought for freedom. Once upon a time, in a small village called Mudidke in Pakistan, a baby boy named Iqbal Masih was born in 1983. Iqbal's family was very poor and life was hard for them. His father, Iqbal Masih, left the family when Iqbal was very young, leaving his mother, Inayat Bibi, to care for Iqbal and his siblings. Even though his mother worked hard as a house cleaner, the family often didn't have enough money to meet their needs. A difficult start. When Iqbal was just 4 years old, his family faced a big problem. They needed money to pay for his older brother's wedding. Since they didn't have savings or access to banks, they borrowed money from the owner of a local carpet factory. In exchange for the loan of 600 rupees, about 112, Iqbal's family had to send him to work at the factory. This was called bonded labor, where children were forced to work long hours to repay a debt. But the factory owner made it impossible for families like Iqbal's to ever pay off the loan, because he added unfair charges and interest. This meant that Iqbal became a debt slave, trapped in this job with no way out. Life in the carpet factory. Iqbal's life at the carpet factory was very hard. He worked over 12 hours a day, sitting hunched over a loom weaving carpets with tiny threads. The factory was dark and cramped, and he wasn't allowed to take breaks or play like other children his age. He earned just 1 rupee, a few cents, for an entire day's work. The factory owner treated Iqbal and the other children badly. If they made mistakes or worked too slowly, they were punished harshly. Iqbal dreamed of being free and going to school like other kids, but he felt trapped. A ray of hope. When Iqbal turned 10 years old, something amazing happened that changed his life forever. One day, he heard about an organization called the Bonded Labor Liberation Front BLLF. This group worked to free children from bonded labor and teach them about their rights. Iqbal learned that bonded labor was illegal in Pakistan and that he had the right to be free. With great courage, he escaped from the carpet factory and found help from the BLLF. They not only freed him, but also gave him the chance to go to school for the first time in his life. Iqbal loved learning and worked very hard in school. Even though he had missed many years of education, he completed 4 years of school in just 2 years, becoming a voice for freedom. Iqbal didn't just want freedom for himself, he wanted freedom for all children who were trapped in bonded labor like he had been. He joined the BLLF as an activist and began traveling across Pakistan and even to other countries like Sweden and the United States to share his story. Iqbal told people about how children were being forced to work in terrible conditions instead of going to school or playing with friends. He said, "Children should have pens in their hands, not tools." His words inspired people around the world to join the fight against child labor. Iqbal also helped rescue over 3,000 children from bonded labor by leading activists to factories where kids were being held as slaves. A tragic ending. Iqbal's bravery made him famous, but it also made some people very angry, especially those who made money from child labor. On April 16, 1995, when Iqbal was just 12 years old, he was riding his bicycle with his cousin in their village when he was shot and killed. Many believe that members of the carpet mafia, who wanted to silence him because of his activism, were responsible for his death. His tragic death shocked people around the world and brought even more attention to the issue of child labor. Iqbal's legacy. Even though Iqbal's life was short, his courage left a lasting impact on the world. In 1994, he received the Reebok Human Rights Youth in Action Award for his efforts to end child labor. After his death, schools were built in his honor so that more children could get an education instead of being forced into labor. Iqbal became a symbol of hope and determination for children everywhere. His story inspired others to continue fighting against child labor and advocating for children's rights. The lesson we can learn. Iqbal Masih showed us that even one small voice can make a big difference. He taught us that every child deserves freedom, education, and a chance to dream. His bravery reminds us all to stand up against injustice and fight for what is fair, even if it feels scary or difficult. And so, whenever we hear about Iqbal Masih, we remember how one brave boy changed the world by standing up for children everywhere.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. I hope you loved the content, and please stay tuned for more.